And in third, we have YT Dimitri on Golos Field playing against Gabriel Nicholas on Jund Sacrifice. That is a lot of sacrifice decks making it to the top 8 cut here.
Yeah, it's a heap. An absolute heap. Yeah, there's a lot of black-red sacrifice, Jund Sacrifice, just sacrifice decks in general. Goblin's undefeated in the Swiss. That was the standout deck. Some pretty insane Rune Blasters. I'm still curious about the other card in the hand on the control deck on that side. I'm still curious about it. But yeah, we'll have to see how things shaped up. Kind of bummed to see the blue-white Boggles deck not make an appearance really in this top 8 at all. Kind of surprised. But it is cool to see the Niv Mizzet deck come out in full force like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one I want to keep my eye on for sure. The Teamer Niv Curiosity deck, Splinter Twin and Historic.
Yeah. All right. Do we post the pairings for top 8? Or are we good? Do we post them on the...
Everything's posted. Players are queuing up their challenges now, so we'll be underway very shortly, just waiting for them to get going. Should be an exciting top 8 here, just about to get underway. Our first match, we're going to be starting with 3 versus 6. Dimitri on Golos Field versus Gabriel Nicholas on Jund Sacrifice.
I'm having a hard time thinking Jund Sacrifice can lose after some of the Bolos Citadel turns I've seen.
Well, we saw YT take down Jund Sacrifice last game. Taking down Big Goon to carve his way into the top 8 here. So let's see if he can repeat versus Oink Mage. I think Big Goon and Oink Mage brought very similar lists here. So YT's done it once. We'll see if he can do it again.
Yeah, YT, a really good player. Here for almost all the DWC tournaments, always having a really strong performance. I also think that this particular field build is better than the other field builds we saw throughout the tournament today as far as the archetype goes. I think this one is better at going over the top. I think spinning Golos this way is really important. Looking for those big bombs in Ugin that you can deploy to sort of just exile the whole board of, the cat decks or aggro decks is really important. And I think they're better than the sort of like Karn package that people are going for. Although the Karn package, I think with some tuning that we saw earlier could be really good. I think, for example, not having a Crucible of Worlds in the sideboard is just a grave mistake as far as deck building is concerned. But I think going forward, that's a deck that I would play around with a lot of the different Golos field decks. They seem really great.
Yeah, I agree. Been looking pretty good. YT has looked pretty good for the whole event so far as well.
Yeah, and the format's been really enjoyable as far as overall sort of gameplay. A lot of games we watch have been wild. There's been some swingy ones. But the games have gone smooth. Feels like decisions matter. It's been a really good day, and it feels diverse. Even though half our top 8 is sacrifice decks, I don't necessarily think that's a testament to the deck being a huge problem or anything like that. So, there were definitely times where we could have seen other decks at the top, no question. Absolutely, other decks in this top 8. The sacrifice decks we just know are really powerful. The inclusion of Bolos Citadel gives them a way to mow people down. But having said that, I don't think they're like a problematic deck in the format yet. Although, the addition of Phyrexian Tower goes a long, long way. And it'll be curious to see in a couple weeks where Historic ends up with all the other new cards added, something like Field. I don't know if Field is even long for this world when they're going to add something like Hour of Promise. But we saw Field get pounded by things like Virulent Plague. We saw really impactful sideboard cards in Historic sort of determine the outcome of the match quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, despite the 4 copies of different sacrifice builds in the top 8, I think it's a really diverse format with lots of interesting options. Oh, it looks like we're underway here into our first quarterfinals match.
Yeah, and like you alluded to, we're going to have another huge shakeup in Historic when Amonkhet Remastered gets added this Friday to Arena. So there's a lot of really powerful cards coming in that set, and I think it's going to open avenues for some really powerful archetypes.
Well, not a good start here for YT and YT beginning on a Malda 5.
Yeah. You hate to see it, but he did find the untapped land here, so he can cast the Explorer on turn 2. Try and get to this Golos as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And getting to that Golos is one of the key things that you need to be doing in this deck. And pretty good start here. You know, if this doesn't get disrupted, you can't be too unhappy with us as a multi-5. Yeah, just developing mana here. But we see a lot of, for the band player, but we saw a lot of threatening cards here on the other side. The main one here probably being the Citadel that you should be concerned with. I mean, if the Goose comes down next turn, that could be a Citadel the following turn, and the damage might be too much. We've seen the Citadel turns completely warp the shape of games in ways that can be really difficult to come back from. But I mean, here, we're going to see a Golos start to do a decent amount of work. There'll be zombies. Maybe they can buy time, but I mean, what you're really looking for here, I think, and I hope they realize it probably, is that you need the colors. You need to get all your colors because you probably got to spin and hit a Nukin to wipe this board up to have a chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're going to start making those tokens, like you said, next turn, and then you'll be able to spin, and the Bolas' Citadel isn't going to be coming down for a couple more turns, so you might be able to run away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like here, if they play the Goose, the next turn they can Citadel, and that's what you're worried about. Yeah. It would be cool here, though, if you even roll an Ugin, you're not going to be upset. I think you just got to spin the Teferi, though, if you can. Or, sorry, the Golos.
Yeah. Looks like he's counting his mana to see if he has enough to be able to spin the Golos.
Because I feel like if you hit an Ugin here, you just win. So you got to try for it.
On the spot.
What are we missing? Black?
No, we've got black. We have the Sultai Triome.
You got to spin.
Here's the spin.
Go. Let's go.
Explore Breeding Pool, Field of Ruin.
Yikes.
I mean, it's not a Nugan, but found another Field of the Dead, so it's 2 more zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I think they want to wait. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you're probably not going to die here, so you can also just spin again, because you really are, I think, just looking for that Ugin. I mean, now more than ever with the Citadel coming down.
Hold the phone. You say he's probably not going to die, but my friend, have you seen much Citadel turns?
He could whiff. He could whiff.
Let's switch the view here to see. I mean, we're going to town. You have the Woe Striders to clear the lands off the top. If he finds a Mayhem Devil, the game's over. Right?
Yeah, you needed the Ugin there. This is probably, I mean, barring some pretty serious whiff, but I mean, it takes a Mayhem Devil and the game ends?
Yeah, that's literally all you need.
Yeah. I mean, is it? We've seen some unlucky. Oh, I mean.
Oh, that's
you got to scry that one away, I think.
Yeah, a little too painful there.
I get to take another zombie to sack.
Bolas' Citadel.
Yeah, this card. Can also, speaking of wild, there it is. Well, fun game, good game. Thanks for coming out.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is what we saw last match as well. The Jund Sacrifice having a crazy Bolas' Citadel turn and stealing a quick game 1 from the Golos field deck. Looks like Cam has returned to us.
Wow. That game was quick.
Yeah, let's see if YT's sideboard plan will bode well for him like it did in his winning in for top 8. It's like he's going for a lot of the same cards, swapping in and out, and I'm interested to see what Oink Mage decides to do if he takes a different approach to the sideboard.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
How was your trip? Oh, it's pretty good. Just drove to the airport, drove back.
Nice. You were just in time for the top 8. We're one game into the quarterfinals.
Oh, sweet. What do we got here for the matchups? Jun Food versus Ant Ramp?
Versus YT on his Golos field deck.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a pseudo rematch from our round 6.
Yeah, from the winning in.
Different Jun Sack player.
I see, yes. Cool. Gonna take a look at the top 8 bracket here.
Yeah. Looks like Oink Mage is bringing in some Heartless Axe. Deciding whether they want Cindervines or not. It's tough. Cindervines does, ping away at your opponent's life total. It can kill a Golos. I'm not too sure if it's worth it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have enough familiarity with the deck to say whether it's worth it or not, but it seems medium. And sideboard cards in this format seem like they should be pretty impactful.
Mm-hmm. All right, not the quickest start here in YT's 7-card opener. Decides to ship that one back. Got more colors in this hand, plus a Uro. Decides to ship Ugin to the bottom of the deck. And a pretty excellent opener over there from Oink Mage.
The Heartless Act seems weird.
Golos is good.
Yeah, I guess you're just bringing it in to clean up an Uro or a Golos.
Is it? But it doesn't hit Crisis. Yeah, it hits Uros, hits Golos. Yeah, okay.
It hits tiny Krasis.
True.
I don't imagine you'll see many of those in this matchup, though.
It's a really good start for the Bant deck. I mean, it's a really good start for the Jun deck too, but this might be a Bant game, if only because they have a lot of powerful options here.
Yeah, so we saw last time we saw this matchup, the Jun Sacrifice deck just wasn't able to fight through a quick Field of the Dead without access to the Bolas's Citadel, whereas the Red-Black Sack deck had Virulent Plague in the sideboard, which was really powerful.
Shut them down.
Yeah, and completely shut them down, but Jun Sack doesn't have that card this time around either, so unless they can find a Bolas's Citadel in the next couple turns and hopefully sneak it into play, it might be tough for them to close this game out before this field goes nuts.
Yeah, and Crisis is kind of Field's version of Citadel. It's like their big card advantage payoff.
Yeah.
They get to cast that next turn is probably what we'll see.
Yeah, and make 2 zombies. Like they just get to start attacking.
Mm-hmm.
You just turn the guys sideways, and then you Ugin when you get there. Because you play the land, make 2 zombies, play a Crisis for whatever. You don't really care. I mean, that sucks that died, but I don't think you really care that much.
Willows already did its job, yeah.
Yeah, the damage has been done. I mean, you could also just Crisis, play a tap land here.
That Ugin
Next
might
turn,
be
play
a
Ugin.
problem.
Yeah, Crisis play tap land makes more sense because then you're guaranteed your 8th land.
Yep. Although I assume that my original thinking was the Crisis just finds it.
Yeah.
Didn't, but I don't think you're too worried.
Oink Mage's going to start digging with a Trail of Crumbs, working their way towards a Citadel, trying to hit land drops, which seems like it might be their only option. But Double Cat, Double Oven, Mayhem Devil is a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for them, this Ugin is going to break that up next turn.
And it gets the trail. Oh, and they're not even going. You would love to see them mowing down zombies. You lose a bunch of stuff, but
I wonder if...
it might even be worth to just play the Ugin and plus on that Mayhem Devil.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think it's going to be an option because we see Wink Mage using some of their things now.
But now it's
I'm gonna say if they have like a bunch of activations up, then you can ping out the Ugin in response if it minuses, which would incentivize them to just plus. But now it seems like if they ping here to kill the Krasis, then they won't have access to exiling their cats.
Yeah, that's why that's why I took a deep gasping breath.
Yeah, if they bring this cat back, it's
so bad for them if they bring this cat back. Oh no. This is how you know we're on a delay and people ain't ghosting at the DWC tournaments. Because it's a good play and it's like totally fine, except for the fact that you're going to get Ugin now and just lose literally everything, and it's so bad for you. But otherwise it's fine, and you just don't know that they have it all locked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not over. Well, it's Ugin. We might be getting a game 3.
I don't like that attack. Because it lets a cat die.
Yeah.
That you otherwise would have exiled. I get the thinking behind it. Like usually you just suicide your creatures in before you Wrath, but it actually saves a Cauldron Familiar for a John Sack, so a couple extra resources there that they probably shouldn't have had this game.
Yeah. Yeah, and they get to put some pressure on you again.
I mean, this could be pretty huge here.
Yeah, like them having the cat doing 2 a turn might actually kill them, and they can't protect it. Or they can't get rid of the cat. I mean, they'll have 2/2s, but the damage and life total matters. Like, I don't know. That's a big deal to just give them that cat.
Yeah, like if Wank Mage finds another Mayhem Devil, could really swing this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a race between that and other Field of the Deads.
But you really do need something like a Mayhem Devil here because, with 2 fields and a Golos and an Explorer, there's going to be so many zombies.
Yep. They might triple field. If I were on the Golos side, I'd probably triple field here.
I think I like that plan as well.
And just kill him. Just play a field, get a field.
I guess you can put field in with this.
Yeah. Plus, it might change what you do.
Yeah.
Well, Shatter's nice backup, but I think you just go for the kill. The Ugin's tough to kill. They can cat you a few times, but I mean, what are they going to do about? You still have an additional land drop. You can play the Golos, get a field, which gives you 3 more zombies. You play a land, you get 3 more. So you get 8 zombies total plus the Golos.
And you've got Golos spins ready, I think.
I believe so. Maybe not, which is why they're considering another option, maybe? I can't see.
Yeah, it looked like considering maybe getting a black source if that's what they're missing, but...
Deciding for a temple, point a scry.
Yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, I think you can definitely do better than that.
I mean, I guess 6 zombies instead of the 9 or whatever you would have had. Like 6 with an Ugin, 9 with an Ugin. They're probably pretty similar.
Yeah.
All right, that's a goose off the top. Not what you want to find at this point of the game. I feel like you're really just on Bolas' Citadel or bust here.
Yeah, it feels bad to have to play that. It just gets bolted, the 4/3 I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Although I imagine you go after the priest.
Here it's tempting to -3. No, I'm just kidding. Attack all -3.
I mean, since you found the other Ugin, I actually don't hate that.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, attack all -3. You might not even have to, actually. You might build just ++. But that's what they do. You might not even want to minus. You might be able to just... Actually, I don't know. I think you don't even have to. I think you might be able to just bolt them out. Like, bolt creatures every turn.
Going for the minus, clear things up. Leaves you with a Golos.
Yeah, but you lose all your zombos. But I guess getting rid of those creatures is pretty important. Could spin the Golos though. You could spin the Golos and Uro probably. How crazy is that?
Is there a black source?
Yeah, I believe so.
There is one, yeah.
Oh, it must be one of the triomes that I'm misidentifying.
Yeah,
I
the
think it's the
Sultai.
one right by the side of the fields.
The Sultai Triome's in play.
Oh, it's Sultai. I thought it was Teamer.
And then you gain some life with this Uro. I think YT and YT locks this game up here. Oh, and the land.
We could
'Cause
just
you probably-
replay that Ugin now.
You can Ugin as well.
Yeah. You got a Golos. For worse cards. And you got the stroke.
Wow.
And now we're
Turn
safe
just
from the
locked it up
Citadel.
so easily.
All right, well, it's
Wow.
looking like we're going to see a game 3 here between YT and Oink Mage. Jun Sack, Golos Field. Hard to imagine any scenario for Oink Mage to get out of this one.
Yeah, they all involved Citadel, and that is now not an out. So
Oh, baby.
Whoa.
The Ulamog off the Golos spin. You'll love to see it.
I'm
Mad
hitting the
props to the
oven. Well, it doesn't
concession.
matter. Don't get the target.
God damn. Well, at least we got to see it.
Nice.
That's ruthless.
Oh man, that was an exciting game. Oink Mage just clicks submit, jumping right back into it. YT deciding if he wants to make a few more changes.
Yeah, it might be some play versus draw changes because it looked like he was trimming one Ugin the Spirit Dragon going back up on, I think it was Growth Spirals and Explorers and Baffling Ends. So
Yeah.
a little bit of tuning.
I just spoiled the end of this map, people.
Can you delete your own message? You're a mod.
Yeah, I could, but it's funnier this way. There's a good sense. There's some good humor here, you know.
All right.
Okay, hand from Bant or from Golos.
I'd keep this. There's a scry. You have an explorer. This hand from Jun though, I don't know.
It's pretty ugly, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
But
vault
it's
to
also
6.
a 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go to 5.
Yeah, you just ship the act, maybe.
Nah, Bone Crusher Giant does less, I believe.
I mean,
Get
at
on
least Bone
3,
Crusher
like-
Giant is a threat, though. I
Yeah,
don't,
that's
I
what I
don't
mean.
know.
Yeah, it's hard.
Could be the Citadel, but like,
I think
I'm
you need
tempted.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably the Citadel, but maybe not. Yeah.
All right. Heartless Act heads to the bottom. Oink Mage saying with this hand that they're pretty much all in on this Bolas' Citadel.
I like this top, the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Act the Treason. We're probably just gonna see a stomp, yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think Jund will cast?
Jeez. Well, have the white source for the shatters now. If this Explorer finds another land, you gotta think you're in a super good position here, regardless of the giant coming down. Oh yeah, there's the land too. So you can just fire off an Explorer. Wow, shatter and giving them a card. I'm impressed. Not what I would have
Taking
done.
no risks with
Oh, an oops on that one.
making
Yeah,
the life total low. Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah. But I think maybe they're just thinking, well, I'm just buying time for Golos. Because then they have to answer Golos, but
Mm-hmm.
we know that there is a good answer there. And things might actually get real ugly here.
Wonder if they just shatter again. I mean, they did it on a worse board last turn.
Yeah, and they can play an Explorer and do both.
Yeah.
And then when they do play their Golos, Pretty interesting.
Yeah, keeping the board clear, prioritizing their life total.
Yeah, and then just Golos, start slamming Golos. Go get a black source, I presume, like a Triome, put it in a play or whatever. Well, that's good too. You can go get a field and then play that. Or you already have a field.
Mm-hmm.
You could have gotten another one, yeah, and then gotten a billion zombies, right?
Yeah, you would have had 3 instead of 2.
Yeah. I think they're maybe going to explore. But yeah, definitely should have.
We missed one zombie here, but
yeah, not the absolute end of the world.
I've done it a million times.
Oink Mage's crossing his fingers, really hoping for an untapped land off the top of the deck so we can get the Citadel down.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise just very, 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 very dead to these zombies. This is a big, big zombie army.
He's got a
Golos
ton of life to work with too.
I guess if there isn't a land, you can active treason this Golos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the land. Oh, let's go.
It just depends whether you think you can kill them or not.
Do you take the risk too? Do you take the risk into like maybe bricking with a land on top of your deck and then into the Golos activation?
Because you're potentially getting Ugin next turn or the Golos activation. Yeah. It looks like they're just playing it safe.
Yeah, Oink Mage decides not to risk it. Active treason on Golos. Gonna come across for 3. Chump block by the zombie. Oven eats the Golos.
Having this Uro here, though, is like good protection as well for YT and YT. So I'm curious how this will work out. This is a really crazy match. Yeah. Another feat.
Yeah, we probably just see Uro and Golos this turn.
We're going to see just the zombie army run this game over.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay, well, there's just...
Do you just get the Citadel... 4th field here, or do you get your second green source?
I'd probably get the green source.
I'd imagine YT will as well, because we've seen him, like he got a Skyland last game instead of a 3rd field.
Yeah, it seems better to just be safe. Make sure you can cast it. Decline. I thought he was going to come for a wrong thing. Hold on. Yeah, I like getting a Skyland here.
Yeah, green Skyland makes sense.
Yeah, you don't need the 4th field, right?
No.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of resources here. We're just seeing if this Citadel kills.
Yeah, we're going to see. If the Citadel one-shots, then...
He might just die here.
All right.
Can we switch views? Yeah,
that's what I was doing. We're switching over here. Let's see if we can close it out.
But that Citadel's rough.
You got to do it, though.
That hurts.
Yeah. Gives you not a lot of life to work with.
You don't think you have much of a choice.
You don't.
Oh, you're dead.
No, that was still...
Oh.
No. Now you're dead.
Citadel is a cruel mistress.
And that's the end of the road for Oink Mage as YT. And YT takes down his quarterfinal match and moves on to the semifinals at the DWC organization. Well, that's 2 Jun Sack decks in a row, taken down in the exact same fashion.